one more time before we go off the air. That was an excellent point about the pro-choice movement has to start all over again. I think one of the things that was at fault is that not enough women that were impacted by this decision. So all these women are going to Planned Parenthood. That is a population that you have access to, that you could train, that you can give information to, so they can go back out into their communities. They speak the language of their communities and spread this message of reproductive justice. These communities have been isolated, and they've taken the word abortion and stigmatized it and given it more power than it is. It's just a word, and people are scared to talk about it, and people in communities are scared to talk about it.
Right. I think that was one of the things that empower us in L.O.R.E is that we, our mission is to promote reproductive health and reproductive choice within our communities, and that is by collective power. That is by women themselves community mobilizing, for them to recognize what the community needs, what them themselves needs within themselves and their family. I think we often get told what to do in many situations. This is what is better for your community. But I think that the community should speak for itself. And I love the fact that in our cafecitos and with L.O.R.E, the community is the one that speaks to us. We don't come to them suggesting what they should do. We offer what is out in the community. This is the new reproductive health information that you should know about. Emergency contraception, you should know about the height amendment. This is what's going on. We provide it, it's available, but they allow us to come into their space, and they share their stories with respect, and they are the ones that are giving, because it's about community mobilizing and promoting for themselves.
Right, exactly. And, that's another thing with the leadership group. They've told us what they want to talk about.
Exactly.
When they come to the table, it's things that they have questions about. Or, I don't want to take this birth control because this is the way it makes me feel. Or I want to learn about budgeting because that's going to help my family coming up towards the holidays. I mean, these women that we've given funding to, that have had abortions, that have been marginalized by society, coming and to the table, talking about it, removing the power from this word, standing up and being unapologetic in their own personal choices is really powerful. I mean, that's how you build a movement.
Exactly.
You don't build it with just the people at the top layer.
Exactly.
You've got to have the people down in the communities working, doing this grassroots.
And fighting for our fundamental human rights.
Exactly.
Period. This is our fundamental human right to have free access of choice.
Exactly. I think we've got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, my name is Kanisha. I just wanted to know, do you all talk to tell the listeners about the different effects that abortion causes?
Okay, I think this person called last month. And like we said before, abortion is a personal matter for women, and they affect women differently.
Okay.
We're not a provider, so we don't do the procedure.
Exactly.
We don't do the counseling, the options counseling. All that is done at the provider. We are a fund. We help a woman pay for it. So when she's called our line, she's already made a decision to terminate a pregnancy, and she wants help paying for it, and that's what we do. It's not my job to tell a woman exactly how this procedure goes. That's the job of the provider. And the women still go through the procedure. So the bottom line is, when it was illegal and women were using hangers, they were still doing abortions. Yeah. Because when a woman has decided that she wants to terminate a pregnancy, she's going to terminate it regarding the risk.
And I want to also add to that is that L.O.R.E, or Latinas Organizing for Reproductive Equality, we're talking about comprehensive reproductive health, and we're not providers ourselves for abortions either. We're just providing comprehensive education for the right for reproductive justice and equality for all women of color, including Latinas. And so it's not that we're promoting a particular Again, like we talked about earlier, reproductive health and justice and rights is comprehensive. It's about comprehensive sexual education, about medical access, health insurance. It's about making decision, economical choices,
Yep.
about either budgeting. It's very comprehensive, and abortion is just a part of the reproductive health movement.
Exactly. Thank you, Nilsa. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, I'm calling. You pretty much answered my first question as far as if you offer prevention. So I understand that that's not what you're there for. My second is, are you affiliated with Cook County, or is your program funded by the government or some other source?
Thank you for that question, caller. We're a non-for-profit 501c3. We do not receive any governmental funding for obvious reasons. And we receive our funding through individual donors that support choice, that get it, and also from private foundations. And so that's how we carry through our mission. We have about another minute. I'm going to show our overhead really quick in case anyone needs this information. There is our phone number, 312-663-0338, or our website, or you can send us an email at info@chicagooabortionfund.com. We're on the last Wednesday of every month, either at 8 o'clock or 8:30. You can check our MySpace page for that information. Nilsa, is there any other things that you wanted to wrap up, hit home with? Or?
Well, thank you very much for having me here. And again, if you want to reach L.O.R.E, you can call 773-412-1423. Again, we are a collective, a grassroots collective. We're here to promote reproductive health and justice and choice within the Latino community. We are not funded by any organization. We are just a collective at this time.
Thank you for that information. And it's very important for organizations to collaborate with one another. We can learn, we can share experiences, we can strengthen the movement, working together and having conversations and doing work and sitting on panels and that kind of thing. So I want to thank you once again, Nilsa, for agreeing to come on tonight. And just to say that Chicago Abortion Fund makes choice possible for low-income, poor, marginalized women that can't afford to exercise true reproductive freedom. And so we do that unapologetically, and we do that visibly. And so part of that being visible is coming on TV once a month with, talking about our issues and our mission. Thank you, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you.